What's up, you guys? We have an amazing show for you today. I'm so excited. Y'all, we have Karissa Walhof on the show today. We're going to be playing her music all throughout the show, all throughout the hour. We're even going to play her new single that she just released. She collabed with Devin Westbrook to release this new single called Strategy. And so you do not want to miss all of that right here on the Visible Spotlight Show, right here at 100.3 WVZM Visible Radio. So make sure y'all keep it here and stay tuned.
Playing only the best music in the world. This is your number one radio station.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Visible Spotlight Show right here on 100.3 WVZM. Y'all already know who it is. I am your host, B. Will, and we have a great show for you today. Today in-house, we have Karissa Walhof. Woo, yeah! You get a crowd. Hey, Karissa.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
You know, I'm doing really good today, really well.
That's
good to be here.
That's really good, and we're excited to have you here, okay? So, like I say in every single show, we have so much I want to get into. So let's just go ahead and dig in, all right? So, I want to talk about your early life, okay? Tell me what it was like, just growing up as Karissa.
Okay, so I grew up in northwest Iowa. In a little pod of a Dutch community.
What in the world?
In the northwest corner of Iowa. Was born in South Dakota, but moved to Iowa when I was 1. So basically raised there my whole life.
Okay.
Let's see, all throughout school I was involved in pretty much everything. Grade school through high school, I did all the sports, all the music activities, all the school things, all the competitive speech, all the academic things. It's I just tried to be involved in as much as possible, just because one, I liked everything, but also just to kind of see what I really kind of liked, and that was. I mean, can go more in depth there, but
that is pretty cool. You're pretty versatile. You can do academics, you can do sports, you can do music. That's pretty cool. A lot of times, students like to only stick to one thing. Oh, this one thing, this is all I like. This is what I'm pushing through all the way through elementary school, middle school, and high school. But you okay, all right. But the funny thing to me is I've never heard anyone explain their town, city, or home, whatever, as a pod. Where in the world? Where did that come from? A pod.
This is the first time I've ever said that.
She said a little Dutch, a pod. I was like,
of Dutch
what?
people.
Okay. So, where did music come into play there? In your.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, see, I started piano lessons. That was my first thing when I was in 2nd grade, I think. Because my brother started taking piano lessons before me. He's 2 years older. And then I just saw him playing. I'm like, I want to try that.
Okay.
Actually, I was singing since I was younger. So I remember I had, my first solo in a play when I was in 1st grade, I think. That was so much fun. So nerve-wracking.
Come on, 1st grade.
But, way back then. So I started piano lessons when I was 2nd grade. And I just loved playing it, loved learning how to read music. And then once I got to middle school in 5th grade, we had the opportunity to pick up another instrument to join the middle school band. Okay. So I actually started playing violin then. Okay. And my school didn't have an orchestra, so I played violin in their band.
In the band?
So that was unique.
Yeah, they made room for you. Come on,
They
then.
sure did.
Come on, then. Okay.
Let's see. I think towards the end of middle school, maybe early high school, I started picking up guitar, just because I'm like, this sounds like fun. Another thing to pick up, you can take it around. And I really started focusing on singing probably in high school. I've always kind of sang, but then I was in high school, I'm like, no, I want to start taking some voice lessons. I want to actually get involved. I was in all the choir things, at school.
Come on, choir.
Different all like ensembles and contests and stuff like that.
All right.
But even songwriting, dude, like I've been songwriting since I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Wow.
I have like this notebook, this binder of when I was young with just like all lyrics in there that I know the tunes to still. I'm like, it's so fun to go back and listen to it or like look at them. And yeah, I've been songwriting since I was like 7 or 8, and all this stuff I've been doing for all this time.
Awesome. You're just a lifelong musician. So if you were to go back to those song lyrics that you had written as a child, do you feel like some of those would be some hits? Like if you would have tried to like pull some of those and put them out now?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the first songs I ever wrote, I would get totally like bombed for copyright because some of them were literally I took a song and I just kept the same melody and changed the words.
Oh goodness.
And then also, you know, one of the earliest songs I remember is about a swimming pool.
Oh goodness.
So that, you know, sure that would be good today. You know.
Look, it's the summer. Hey, somebody might enjoy a song about a swimming pool. Okay. Oh my goodness.
In the background. You can hear it now.
Oh goodness. So how many instruments do you play? You know, did you already, you know, tell me, or is there more than what you had already said?
I think that's basically what I do now, like sing, piano, guitar, violin.
Okay.
I've been wanting to pick up, you know, a few more, but I'm like, I will someday.
What are you looking to pick up?
I want to really learn bass, and it's like people are like, if you play guitar, like you can play bass. I'm like, okay, I can check it out, but I just haven't actually tried it.
Okay.
Yeah, just like electric.
The electric bass. Yeah. Okay, I was like, string bass. You want to carry that big huge string with the bow around?
It'd be cool to play.
Well, look, it would be something very different around here. But yes. So, out of all this, who is Karissa Walhof?
A great question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, the easiest thing that literally centers everything in me is Karissa is the daughter of the king.
Yeah.
You know, that is, without that, nothing else would matter. So that's where my identity is centered. Jesus is my greatest passion, my greatest desire. Everything I do is for him, and all these songs, all this music, you know, it's all inspired by him, and that's what makes it a joy, you know?
Yes, indeed. That is awesome. So, where did Jesus come in your life? Where did you come into all this music and academics and the sports and instruments? Where did he come in? You know?
Yeah. So actually, I was very fortunate and thankful that I grew up in like a Christian household. So like my parents, believers, my grandparents, like most of my aunts and uncles and cousins, like we all just kind of grew up. So I've been hearing the gospel like since I was out of the womb, you know. Wow. And I'm like, that is so special. Not a lot of people get that. So I actually, I kind of grew up like knowing about Jesus, and what's crazy is as long as I can remember, I've like had a relationship with him. You know, of course, once I got more into like middle school, I started to understand some more things like for myself, and I really was like, this is like my own, you know, my own faith. But all these things I've just seen throughout my life be true and evident, and I guess I even more, you know, as the years go on, I step more into that faith. Like I dive deeper into that relationship with him, and in high school, even like towards the end of high school, I even took a deeper dive into this passion for living it out more. You know, like going out, spreading the gospel, like what it means to make disciples, and that's just kind of even propelled farther into college. Like moving out to Memphis, I've grown more and learned more than I ever have, like in such a short amount of time. And my faith has just deepened all the more. It's been, my worldview's been expanded. I've learned so much more about God and myself and others. And so literally it's been like a really long journey, but it's only still just beginning. So.
That is beautiful. Yeah. That is beautiful. Y'all, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of the interview. In the meantime, let's listen to one of Karissa's songs, King of Glory.
beginning he breathed and created over the deep. His spirit waited. He built on the seas, spoke life as it should be. He made me to be the crown of his glory. The sun setting, clouds are shaping, beauty is his name. Thunders rolling, lightning's crashing, holy is his name. Holy is his name. But who is this King of glory who's strong enough to save? And who is this King of glory who's entered here today? I needed a light for the darkness inside me. Then he arrived with life everlasting. The sun's rising, mercy's coming, healing is his name. Hearts are crying, glory's coming, and on it is his name. But who is this King of glory who's strong enough to save? And who is this King of glory who's entered here today? But who is this King of glory who's strong enough to save? And who is this King of glory who's entered here today? Lift your heads up, lift your hearts, he's waiting to come in. Let your guards down, let his love come moving us again. Lift your eyes up, lift your hands, receive the life he gives. Let your guards down, let his love come heal us from within. Lift your heads up, lift your hearts, he is waiting to come in. Let your guards down, let his love come moving us again. Lift your eyes up, lift your hands, receive the life he gives.
Hit music belongs here on your number one station.
Thank y'all for being loyal listeners and keeping it here at the Visible Spotlight Show. Y'all, we are still here with Karissa Walhof. Karissa, you're Visible, a music college student. How did you find the school?
Yeah, so from a little northwest Iowa.
Yeah, all the way over yonder. How did you get here?
So actually, there's this music festival that was always kind of by my house, is like an hour away. That a Christian music festival. So that we would go to every year. So good job, Visible. Props to you guys, because apparently they had a booth out there. It was in a little town. Well, actually, it was a city, South Dakota.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, way to go, Visible. You got out there. I didn't see them there, but my mom actually found their booth, and she just like signed me up to receive mail from them. So I'm just like at home, and I'm like, what is Visible Music College? Like, this looks cool. It's probably like my junior year of high school or whatever. Like, this sounds like awesome. So actually, I had some auditions set up at some schools in Nashville. I think towards the end of my junior year, and I was like, Dad, can we just like stop on over in Memphis just to like check what this is out, because this just seems really neat. So he said yeah. So I came to Visible, found it then. That was the first time. I'm like,
wow.
I don't know.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, Mom. Really.
Signing me up.
Mom, eh?
Signing me up for mail.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, you're... What is your major? What do you do? Like, how does that work? What?
Yeah. So I am a worship leadership major. I'm heading into my fourth year this year, my senior year.
Fourth year.
And I actually... So the funny thing is, I started out as a vocal major. So I don't know if you know.
Vocal major.
I came in as a vocal major, but it only lasted for... I got about a month in, and God literally was like, worship leadership, like, do that. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I have no idea what worship leadership is. So that's how you know it's a God thing. It's like when you switch and you're like, I don't know. But yeah, I kind of finished out my first semester of school. I kind of did both, like vocal major and worship. And then after that, I stayed in the worship leadership division, and it's been incredible.
I'm sure you have a great division head.
So much. Oh yeah, he's Dr. Johnson. My word.
We talked about him on the show a little bit because we've had some other worship leadership students on here. But tell me, what does that look like being a worship leadership major? You know, and also being invisible. Are you busy? Would you say a lot of students just came on here. It's busy. We're busy. You know. So
would you really be a visible student if you're not visible? Like,
no.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
But I really like it. So the worship leadership department is kind of more focused on like discipleship based. Like our specialization classes for that are all like theology classes. Like of course we, you know, tie in the music stuff, like how to actually like do the things. But a lot of it is really deepening our knowledge and understanding of Jesus and the Bible, and like why we're doing this, like where worship stems from, because like worship, you know, is not just music. Music is a tool for worship. So in order to lead worship, lead God's people in worship, we have to understand what worship is and really like actually authentically worship ourselves in all these avenues, and then we can tie in our music, our love for music and our music skills with that. So I really like it. I think I've learned so much. It's hard to even dive in to what it's like if you're not in there, but you know, we also get practical time to practice leading the student body, and they really encourage us to get involved in local churches and stuff like that too.
Okay. So so you told us that you get the opportunity to lead the students in worship. So how else has, you know, I guess being a Christian and I guess being an artist, been and visible, you know, putting those two together, and also being a student, how do you manage, you know, all these things?
Yeah, so one thing I love about Visible that actually makes it kind of easy is all the classes are kind of geared towards this, you know, like pretty much all my classes are music classes or like Bible classes, and a few like random ones out there, but they kind of help even try to gear those towards like being a music artist or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So that actually kind of makes it easy because I can apply a lot of like pretty much every class to what I'm doing, what I want to do. And I love, of course, Visible is, you know, a college for Christian musicians, Christian artists. So Jesus is, you know, openly talked about, openly like on display, and
yes, indeed.
it's that's incredible.
Okay. So how has your time here contributed to your artistry? You know, how has that helped you to, and it kind of molded you to be the artist you are and put out the music that you're putting out?
Yeah, so one of the most wonderful things about Visible is it's such a small community, but even if it wasn't, just being surrounded by other musicians all the time, like, you know how inspiring that is? Like, you hear someone doing something you've never heard before, someone else is in a completely different style, someone else, like, does this other thing amazing, you're just, like, so inspired by it all, and you grab it all together, and you're like, oh wait, I'm gonna try something like that. You know, I'm gonna like dip into there. I'm gonna collab with them. I just love that. And since Visible is small, we all get to know each other, so we kind of spend a lot of time with each other doing that. So honestly, that's one of the biggest ways I've grown, is just being exposed to it all the time. And of course, having all these different life experiences and new revelations and all this learning and growth, like, that inspires my writing and everything to the max. I mean, how could it not? You know?
Yes, that is wonderful. Y'all, we have to take another break, but I know y'all understand. Hopefully y'all do. We are about to listen to some more of Karissa's great music. Next up, we have in the queue, we have While I'm Waiting. And then after that, we will have The Call. So keep it here.
When my heart's being broken, I long for your touch. When my thoughts are a burden, I search for your voice. And when I call out to you, I hear you whisper. Just a little bit longer, child. I have better. But how much longer will you have to listen to me cry these same words? And how much harder will these tears fall before I no longer hurt? I will worship while I'm waiting. Being refined by the fire gets harder with every breath. But I know your power shines within my weakness. As I still call out to you, I hear you whispering. You can't see now, but I'm giving you your new wings. much longer will you have to listen to me cry these same words? And how much harder will these tears fall before I no longer hurt? I will worship while I'm waiting. And when you're finished here with me, I don't wanna look the same. When your work here is complete, I don't wanna recognize me. When you're finished here with me, I don't wanna look the same. When your work here is complete, I don't wanna recognize me. Oh, I don't wanna recognize me. Whatever I feel, God, hold me steady. Whatever you're doing, Lord, I'm ready. Whatever I feel, God, hold me steady. Whatever you're doing, Lord, I'm ready. I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey. I've got a long, long way to go. But on the journey, you are with me. So I'm never far from home. Oh, I'm never far from home. You called to me, and I walked into new light. And you said to me, you set apart my life. And as we walk here together, you teach me all your ways. My passion found its home, and now it's here to stay. There's no more waiting, for you have told me that now it's time to move. there's no more waiting. I'm getting ready for the things you said are true. For the things you said are true. 'Cause you called to me and I walked into new life. And you said to me, you set apart my life. And as we walk here together, you teach me all your ways. My passion found its home, and now it's here to stay. And you said, watch and see, my child, watch and see my words come alive. You said, watch and see, my love, watch and see my plans for your life. You said, watch and see, my child, watch and see my words come alive. You said, watch and see, my love, watch and see I'm right by your side. Oh, I can see, my God, I can see your words coming alive. I can see your good, I can see your plans for my life. Oh, I can see, my God, I can see your words coming alive. Oh, I can see your good, I can see your right by my side. 'Cause you called to me and I walked into new life. And you say to me, you set apart my life. And as we walk here together, you teach me all your ways. My passion found its home, and now it's here to stay. My passion found its home, and now it's here to stay.
That was The Call by Karissa Walhof. And before that was her song While I'm Waiting. Next up, we have The Sound of Your Voice, also by Karissa.
Though the lion roars, I'm still. Though the terror comes, you're here. And the desperate shadows that long to stay, when you speak, they go away. When you speak, they go away. I knew it was you by the sound of your voice. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. I knew it was you by the sound of your voice. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. In your shelter I find peace. It's the shadow of your wings. As I find my rescue in your embrace. When you speak, I find my way. When you speak, I find my way. I knew it was you by the sound of your voice. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. I knew it was you by the sound of your voice. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. You call me by my name. I sing because I'm chosen. I follow where you lead me. You call me by my name. I sing because I'm chosen. I follow where you lead me. You call me by my name. I sing because I'm chosen. I follow where you lead me. You call me by my name. I sing because I'm chosen. I follow where you lead me. I knew it was you by the sound of your voice. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. I knew it was you by the sound of your voice. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now. Oh, I can hear it now, I can hear it now.
Number one means you're always on top. Your number one radio.
Welcome back to the Visible Spotlight Show right here on 100.3 WVZM. We're still here with Karissa Walhof. Karissa, so you are very close to graduation from what we heard. You said you're going into your fourth year?
Yes.
Okay. So what's to come, post-graduation? What do you expect to be doing,
Yeah, so that is a wonderful question.
What are your plans? What are you doing?
Man. So one thing I have learned, especially in the past 3 years being at Visible, is so much happens in just a year itself.
Yes.
I'm just like at the end of every year, and even like within months, like I'm just somewhere else that I didn't even expect to be, like with different things going on. So honestly, it's very hard for me to know exactly where I'll be like this time next year, just because of how much changes so quickly. But yeah, so it's actually pretty up in the air as to whether I may stay in Memphis, I may move somewhere else. I have a desire to kind of move around actually have a desire to like live overseas too.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see. I don't know when that will come to play.
Live overseas.
But you know, yeah. So yeah, so much fun. But
Okay.
I just know God has called me into full-time ministry, whatever that looks like. I know He's called me to worship leading, songwriting, discipling above all else. So I just want to be in full-time ministry, full-time missions. Of course, I believe music is tied into that, but I don't see myself doing like one thing. You know, a lot of people have this one goal in mind. I more so have like a bunch of little tiny goals and dreams and desires, and I just like see God weaving them all together. So it's not like I have this dream job, this dream place to live. I'm just really here for the ride. You know, taking everything, all these passions and desires God has given me, and just gonna run with Him with it, wherever He takes me next. So.
My goodness, yes. If a lot of people had that attitude with their walk with Christ, they would be in such a better place. Whatever it takes, whatever it looks like, God, you know, I'll do it. Or, you know, my goodness, that is beautiful. Okay, so above all, you're an artist as well. Okay, so what does that look like? You know, are you putting out your own music? Are you with some sort of label, or you writing your own songs? How does that look for you?
Yeah, so like I said, I've been writing songs since I was just a little kid. It's literally one of my greatest passions, greatest hobbies. And, you know, throughout the years, I've learned a lot more about songwriting. I'm still learning so much. And it's just always kind of been a dream of mine to just put it out there, because I believe, you know, some songs are just for me. Some songs are just for God, but some songs I believe others can benefit off of, which I have seen with some of the music I've released already, like people just coming back with how encouraging it was for them. And I'm like, okay, like this is cool. This is a cool avenue to kind of share your heart, share God's heart, and really make an impact in others' lives through that, because music is powerful and wonderful.
It sure
we all know
is.
that, especially at the music school.
Very much so.
So, yeah, I don't know if I have any real goals or like specific visions where like what's to come of all this music coming out. I just love it. And I'm always writing. Like I even wrote a song this morning before I came here. Like I'm writing all the time, trying to collaborate with more people. And I just love, I think the whole process of writing, like recording, like getting people together, watching your song come to life, and releasing it all, like I think that's just so much fun. Really.
Yeah, it
it's
really
expensive.
is. Oh yeah,
but it's fun.
But it's fun. Yes, indeed, I agree. So, you put out some music, like you said. What's your most recent project?
Yeah, I actually just came out with a new single Friday, June 11.
Okay.
With collabed with another student here. His name's Devin Westbrook.
Alright.
We came out with a song called Strategy. So we wrote that together. It just came out, and yeah, it's a party.
Okay.
And,
All right.
yeah.
Well, fortunately, we're going to be listening to Strategy. Is that the name of the song?
Yes, it is.
Okay, today on the show. So y'all better stay tuned for that. All right. But what are your future aspirations? You know, you said you want to go live overseas, you want to do, you know, mission work and whatnot, and just be in full-time ministry. You know, is there more to it? You know, other than, you know, what do you want to do?
Guys, it's hard for me to pinpoint.
Where do you see yourself in the next, let's say, 5 years?
I'm being honest, I have no clue. Like, I could be somewhere over the seas. I could be in here, in, like, U.S. I do know that I'll be closely connected working with, like, churches, especially using worship leadership in that way. I do know I'll be deeply connected with them. Songwriting, okay, I hope I have a lot more music out in the next 5 years. Like, I always have new projects that I want to see happen. So even next year, I'm hoping to do a little more, like another bigger project. We'll see. Okay, just putting that out there.
All right.
We'll see that.
We're looking for it. We're looking for it.
Yeah, man. I don't know where I'll be, but I know it'll be good because God will be there leading the way.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be different than I've even imagined. I could go back, I've been interested in going back to school for a couple other things as well. To kind of help with some of these missional aspects.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll let you know. In 5 years, we'll be like, hey, here's who I am.
All right, yeah. I'm in China somewhere. I'm overseas. Okay, so, we're about to close out, but can you tell the people where they can find your music?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
also your social media stuff.
Yeah, so you can find my music anywhere you listen to music. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, if you want to be a real fan, you can purchase it. And anywhere else you may listen to music, YouTube, it's always there. And you can follow me on Instagram. My name is just Karissa Walhof. Just my full name, no spaces. And Facebook, Karissa Walhof. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, Karissa, thank you so much for coming out today and being a part of today's show right here on 100.3 The Visible Spotlight Show. We have enjoyed having you here to talk about, just the general things.
Yes.
Y'all, unfortunately, that's the end of the interview, but definitely not the end of the show. We are about to listen to Karissa Walhof and Devin Westbrook together on a song. They made a song together. It's called Strategy. And y'all are in luck. Y'all are about to hear it today on the show. Up next. So don't turn the knob. It's right here.
My God, you're one of strategy. There is no plan that's out of reach for you. You are the master of my destiny. My God, your lucid mystery. There is no end for what you call me to. You are the keeper of my biggest dream. So I'll run to you, call to you, sing to you, cling to you, trust in you, depend on you. Oh, I give it all. From mountains I will fall.
Playing only the best music in the world. This is your number 1 radio station.
Well, you guys, that is the conclusion of the Visible Spotlight show for today. I hope y'all have enjoyed the interview, the music, literally just everything. I know I have, okay? Strategy, look, it's my new favorite song now. That was amazing. Kudos to you, Karissa. Kudos to you, Devin. Absolutely. Round of applause, okay? Y'all, just want to put this out there again. I do this every show now. If y'all enjoy the show and, want to go back and listen to it, listen. Y'all have the ability to. If you have access to the internet, I hope everyone does. Just type in the Visible Spotlight Show in YouTube, and you can pull up all the shows we have done in the past and go back and listen to them however many times you want. Just go to YouTube, type in the Visible Spotlight Show, and you will find us, and you'll be able to listen to any show that we have done. But y'all, great things are coming, great things are happening. I believe it, I receive it, okay? Listen, I'm closing out the show. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Visible Spotlight Show right here on 100.3 WVZM Visible Radio. I am your host, B. Will, signing off. Peace and be safe, y'all.